welcome to another Dominion Kingdom. Let's take a look at this one. Forest Dwellers lets us look at the top three, discarding them, and put the rest back in the order, which we don't want to activate quite yet. Captain can play Border Guard, Poet, River Shrine, Odysseys, potentially. All those seem pretty reasonable to me. Imperial Envoy is a bunch of cards. Captain is a village. Pathfinding is a lot of draw. If we put Pathfinding on Poet, for example, we just get a lot of draw. Bureaucracy is going to be really annoying, so we want to have some stuff to basically stop that. So I think I'm going to open with an Amulet. And then here I'm going to do a Forest Dweller to get my Amulet on top. And I want to discard, it's 3 coppers, Amulet, Estate, which is what I want. And then we can pick up a Poet. Poet will help us sift through some of those coppers. I think Poet's also a good target for pathfinding, depending on Captain stuff. And we'll go ahead and trash. Old map can be useful. Voyage, I think, is particularly useful, especially if Captain lets you do stuff on that turn. And then Sunken Treasure potentially also lets us gain captains. So we'll go ahead and take an old map. And yeah, so they had 4-3, and they did stuff in a slightly different order, which I think puts me quite solidly ahead here. We will rotate. Do I want a Voyage? Or do I just want to take like an Imperial Envoy or a River Shrine? Bauble is interesting, but I think we'll have turns where we hit small numbers later on, so I think I'm going to take a Voyage. Already it seems like the best card. And yet here I hit 5. I can just take a... I'm actually probably going to take a Border Guard, to be honest. Trash. Do I want a Border Guard? Do I want a Bauble? Bauble gives us plus buy and plus favor. I guess we'll take 1 Bauble. And then we'll trash you. So Voyage, I can only play 3 cards from hand. So like I'm playing the Poet, and then I lose the rest of my turn, which I think is fine. Just get through the deck. I've seen my Voyage already. Oh, I can play the old map, I guess, and hide the Voyage pile. When I gain a card, so I'm not even going to do that. And buys. So the thing I've done is I have blocked them from getting Voyage themselves. And I can get a Voyage myself now, which is quite nice. So I'm going to play the Amulet here to gain a coin and buy a Sunken Treasure, because then I can use it to start gaining captains. And then once I have captains, I can get like an Imperial Envoy, Ratcatcher, Border Guard. There's plenty of stuff I'll take a copy of without too much concern. And then probably I'll even rotate around to the Distant Shores, because I don't think like you want to be adding estates to your deck in this kingdom. So having the Distant Shore pile on top seems fine. We take a Sunken Treasure. So they did get a pair of Border Guards. So the thing you can do here is we're always going to trash a copper. I think I want to use Forest Dwellers now, because I want to see that Sunken Treasure as soon as possible. And it is indeed the very last card of the deck. But yeah, so the thing we can do is favor top deck, gain a captain, and top deck it, buy a Border Guard, and don't top deck it. And then now I can use the captain to play whatever action I want, such as a Poet. Do I want to gain a Poet? I do want to gain a Poet. And then don't rotate. Yeah, so I'm going to play 2 cards here. So I can just go ahead and play a Sunken Treasure and gain a Poet, gain Imperial Envoy maybe for the draw. Now that I have the captains in play, I should be able to start getting some village effect. And we end turns here. I'll use my favor here just so I can get through to my Imperial Envoy faster, but the gaining of the coppers is going to be really annoying, and I think I'm ahead in trashing now. So at some point even pick up a Ratcatcher, but they're going to start gaining a lot of coppers, especially if they try to put Pathfinding on Border Guard. As it stands, I'm still probably going to put Pathfinding on Poet, but I do need to gain a couple more Poets to make that super worthwhile. I can even potentially just gain a couple Border Guards and do it that way as well. Voyage Sunken Treasure, I think, is going to be something because the turns where you have Voyage, you're going to play 3 cards, so you may have a captain in play, but that may be the only action you play that turn, and then you just play like Amulet and Sunken Treasure, gaining a Poet. You probably had to play like a Border Guard with the captain, but I guess that doesn't count as being in play, so that's useful. It's not clear to me if Border Guard or Poet is better here. I kind of just want to use this immediately. Well, okay, that's all the good cards. That is fully all the good cards. Wow. Okay. So we'll just play the Poet, knowing that it's not doing anything, but pretty happy to just now like draw our whole deck. Yeah, we don't even need to play everything. Trash a copper. What is Sunken Treasure gaining? I can gain a Border Guard, actually. Gain a Border Guard. And I do need to add some payload, I guess. Is that Vault? Is that River Shrine? Is that 1 silver? Bureaucracy means I'm gaining a copper with it, which is kind of annoying. Or do I just take a whole bunch of Border Guards and the coppers and then sift with Pathfinding? I think I'm settled, so I'm kind of in on the Poet stuff. Coin, favor. We buy a Poet. And turn here. Trash. And we just try to find a captain, if possible. So that was 1 card. I think we just stop here and gain a captain. And we can't play our Imperial Envoy non-terminally this turn, but I'm not super worried about that. So, yeah, we're just adding a lot of coppers to the deck. And perhaps I need a Ratcatcher, perhaps I need double Amulet. Perhaps we just build up the draw engine with Poets and then take a Vault. Although they're coppers, they're not like terrible. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just the plan, is the draw engine with Poets. I think I'm mostly okay just taking stuff here. And then Captain will play Border Guard. And this is mostly stuff that I don't want to draw dead. Probably. But I mean, how many coppers are there? There's like 3 coppers in that pile, right? Does give me a plus buy, I suppose. We'll take a coin and a favor. Buy 1 Poet. Yeah, still need to get some more captains in play. We can also use captain to play River Shrine in some cases. So I feel fairly confident that I'm in a winning position here. I'm just slightly worried that they get Pathfinding down in Border Guard, and then that's going to be really strong for them. But I think with Pathfinding on Poet, I should be in okay shape. Because I think Poet, very often with all these extra coppers, Pathfinding is going to be revealing. Oh, I could have played the Border Guard and taken the Lantern. This is a thing. With that hand where I knew it was all treasures. That's definitely a thing I need to consider, is getting the Lantern back. But they're just taking so many coppers. Let's go ahead and use the favor. Get rid of some coppers. Actually, we don't have to. We can get rid of 1. Do it like that. And then Poet will draw. will take the Border Guard. We will take the Lantern. I do want the Amulet. Okay. I think we stop here with the Poet on top. I don't want to trigger this shuffle. Can I avoid it? I can't really avoid it. So I guess I'm playing this Poet now. And then we just play this Captain as Poet, Voyage, Amulet, Trashing, Copper. Sunken Treasure can gain us a River Shrine or a Ratcatcher. Probably take a Ratcatcher. And then coin top deck, and we'll top deck a Captain. And end buys. Trash a Copper. Captain will play a Border Guard. Okay, Captain will play a Border Guard. We'll draw, and then we'll get a Ratcatcher down. And that'll be our turn. Okay, I feel okay about this position. I got Captain down, I got a Ratcatcher down. Continuing to thin coppers. I need to figure out how I'm going to hit 8 for Pathfinding. I see why they bought a gold, for sure. Vault Voyage is a thing, right? 100%. Because you can't actually get money out of those cards. Yeah, so Vault Voyage is 100% a thing. I have to pick up a Vault this turn if I don't hit 8, which seems pretty unlikely. And I can gain that with this. Just play another Border Guard, take the Bauble, Voyage, favor top deck. We'll top deck the Vault and pay off the debt and call that a turn. So Captain plays Poet. All right, so Captain plays Poet. Imperial Envoy draws. Vault discards everything. And that was the thing we do with Voyage. Okay, I got there eventually. And now I Pathfinding Poet. I have 11 money. I can Pathfinding Poet, buy a Border Guard. Just do some denial of Border Guards to them. Yeah, so now Poet's drawing 2 and hopefully 3 in the best case. And I don't feel like I'm behind anymore. I'm also the only one with a Vault, and they don't have any Captains. So, like, my payload with Vault is going to be really strong. If I can, like, guaranteed find Vault on Voyage turns, which is not necessarily guaranteed, but I've got quite a few favors. I should continue to build those up and look for those on turns when I need them. Specifically the Vault turn, to just cycle through the deck. I may actually use one here, as this hand is somewhat bad, and I can guarantee a Poet hit off this Captain. But we'll see what they do. They're gaining payload. That seems strange to me, but okay. All right, well, I guess we just discard the coppers then. Play a Poet. We're obviously going to take Imperial Envoy. Plays Poet, Poet, Border Guard, take a Captain, I believe. And we'll take the Lantern back. Captain plays Poet. Imperial Envoy. Let's see. Poet draws deck. Okay, so we've drawn deck. It's not clear to me what the Sunken Treasure is doing anymore. Second Vault, probably. And then top deck. favor. We will top deck a captain. Okay. Let's start by playing some poets. And we did find our vault. So we're just thinning coppers. Captain Poet, and then Vault. Discards everything for 13, and I think we just take single provinces here and feel good about it. Oh, we cannot buy anything. What have I done? Did I misread Voyage? Oh, they have a vault auction. Okay. I thought I had gone crazy there. Okay. Yeah, we're getting 2 turns to 1, and they don't really have a way around that. We should also be a little bit thinner of coppers. There's 15 coppers in the trash, which means there's still 16 coppers out and about in the wild. They do have the border guard stuff. They have a couple more golds, so perhaps their top end payload is higher, but not sure about that with Vault. I think maybe I can hit a higher price point, and I also get 2 turns. River Shrine trashing 2 is interesting. Yeah, maybe that's something we can consider. As I don't have a River Shrine available to me. I mean, I can play a River Shrine here if I want. Versus the Village effect. Since they're already taking provinces, I think we're past that point. We'll put a poet in hand, obviously. We will take the copper. I think we'll leave the vault in the discard pile and try to trigger a shuffle with it in there. Okay, so perhaps this doesn't matter. I'm just drawing the whole deck anyways. Okay, so I can start doing vault stuff and add a lot of payload. So how much draw do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 9 draw. So I can discard all 9 coppers. And then poet will draw them all. And then next turn, I'm just looking to use all my favors, get a captain, get my play like 2 captains and vault and triple province. I think we went by top deck. And you can gain a River Shrine. You can gain a Ratcatcher, I guess. Gain an Odyssey now for the VP. Okay. And we will top deck a vault, buy a province, or just buy 2 provinces. I can't buy 2 provinces. Captain, province. We'll top deck a vault, I think. And a province. And I'll take 1 more border guard. Okay, and again, we're just sifting through poets now. We'll trash a copper. I did find a vault, so I think I'm okay just playing 1 Imperial Envoy, hopefully find a captain. I didn't find any of my captains. And just buy 1 province here. Yeah, 1 province seems okay. Oh my. Where are my captains? I guess I needed to use my forest dwellers. Yikes. I think I'm playing forest dwellers just to make sure there's no captains drawing dead and then passing turn. I think I'm 2 turns ahead, so that's useful. But wow. Brutal. I don't think they can get 4 provinces in 2 turns. I guess I needed to use my river shrine or my forest dwellers, but I have like 5 captains in there. We won't discard any of this. We'll put the captain in the bottom. Get 5. So Sunken Treasure gains a captain. Buy a duchy. I think there are like 3 captains in those bottom 7 cards. Distant Shore is also a thing I can gain. For the mega turn, is Distant Shore better? No, because Captain plays Poet. And I'm not worried about them tripling. And I should be in the realm of tripling, except I have no terminals, so I can only double. But I can gain. Yeah, I'm not like if they double, I can win pretty easily next turn. I can't believe they're playing without captain here. It's kind of wild to me. We gain a captain and buy a duchy. Did I have 3 captains in play? I'm befuddled. Do I have 3 captains? And are those bottom 2 cards both captains? It kind of bricks like I can't play my terminals anymore. We'll see if they take a province here. I'm pretty sure they can't double province. I guess we have to trigger this shuffle just to see. Okay. Oh my god. What is happening here? I'm taking an Envoy, right? I think I'm just not. I think I'm just like duchying this turn. Oh gosh, I don't know. So we take the estate and the copper. Yeah, because my next turn is so strong. Um, because my next turn is so. Oh, I can just double province here though. Vault, discard, a bunch of stuff that's not treasures. And yeah, I did get there. With the Pathfinding on Poet, but that was like pretty dicey. Bottom decking two of my captains. But got a win there. Imperial Envoy did a little bit of something. The gaining a copper thing was a huge pain, but was fun to play. So yeah, that was a good one, and learned that prophecy bureaucracy a little bit better.